The knife slipped from Adebola's hand, clattering to the kitchen floor as he read the message from his friend. Adebola, you need to know. Fumi just gave birth to twins, a boy and a girl. Both mother and babies are healthy and strong. His leg gave out. He crumbled against the wall, staring at the photo of the woman he had divorced for being barren. But here she is, holding two perfect babies. The same woman he had cast aside a year and 6 months ago. This story begins where most love stories end, with a lie that destroyed everything. Folake, Fumi's maid, walked up to Adebola. Sir, I need to tell you something. Her young face flushed as her hand trembled. Truth was, they could hear Fumi sobbing in their bedroom. Another month of disappointment. Another prayer to Oshun that went unanswered. 8 years of marriage, 8 years of empty cradles, and 8 years of shame. I'm pregnant, sir, Folake whispered, and it is yours. The word stopped spinning. Adebola stared at this 22-year-old beauty, who managed his household, who smiled when his wife could not, who had somehow done what Fumi could never do. That night during the festival, she continued softly. When you were sad, it was I who comforted you. Yes, he remembered the night of his grief and loneliness, which had driven him into Folake's hand, while his wife wept alone upstairs. So what do we do? He asked. Sir, I don't know. But this baby is real. And this baby is coming now, and it is yours. Adebola stared at her. So I'm going to be a father, he thought to himself. Once upon a time, Adebola and Fumi's love had been filled with joy and happiness. Their marriage was what other couples envied. Two souls so perfectly matched that everyone around them envied how happy they were. Adebola would surprise Fumi with rare fabric, and she would light up the compound with laughter. They were inseparable, finishing each other's sentences, sharing private jokes, giggling like children. In those early years, their love felt invisible. At night, they would lie in bed, planning the names of their future children, arguing playfully over whether the firstborn would be a boy or a girl. But month after month, year after year, Fumi's monthly cycle arrived like a funeral bell. What had once been playful anticipation became crushing despair. The joy drained from their marriage like water from a cracked pot. By the 5th year, Fumi began avoiding the market, especially on days when pregnant women gathered. Maybe the gods are testing us, she told herself each morning, pressing her hand to her empty room. But deep down, she feared that the gods had forgotten her. Her husband's smile faded, and his shoulders sagged. She felt herself dying inside, knowing that she was the cause of their pain. Then there was Folake, young and fertile, everything Fumi had failed to be. 3 months later, Fumi walked into the kitchen and froze. Adebola's hand was spread protectively over Folake's belly, their heads bent together in intimate conspiracy. Time crystallized into a single devastating moment. Their 8 years of love, strung with promises, has all been destroyed by the sight of her husband cradling another woman's pregnancy. What is happening here? Fumi shouted, staring at her husband and Folake. But then, Adebola stepped in front of Folake, shielding her, as if Fumi herself was danger. No, she lunged at them like a woman possessed. 8 years I've prayed, suffered, and endured shamed. But you, she clawed at Folake's face. I fed you from my table. You slept under my roof. I trusted you with my home, with my heart. You dare do this to me? Adebola held Fumi's hand and screamed, Will you stop? but the damage was already done. He protected the pregnant woman, not his barren wife. And in that moment, Fumi saw the truth. Folake and her unborn child had already replaced her in his heart. Adebola called a village meeting and said, "I want a divorce." He announced it before the elders of the land. 8 years is enough. I won't waste my bloodline waiting for a miracle that will never come. Fumi's face turned white as bone. "This woman," he said, gesturing to Folake, "carries what my wife could never do. I am choosing the future, not the past." Gasps rippled through the crowd. But the killing blow came from the last person Fumi expected. Her own mother stood up and said,
"Woman who cannot give children is no longer a woman. My daughter has brought shame on our family. Let her take her barrenness somewhere else."
Fumi's word didn't just collapse, it vaporized. "Mama," she whispered, "you are not daughter of mine." Her mother said, "Not anymore." That very day, Fumi vanished from the village like smoke in the wind. Adebola threw himself into fatherhood, but 3 months later, his words shattered again. Taiwo, his lawyer driver, came trembling. "Oga, the baby is mine." The confession spilled like blood from a wound. Taiwo and Folake had been secret lovers for 2 years, and the pregnancy was not Adebola's. She had panicked and hoping to pass off the child as yours. She said you were lonely, and it would be easy to make you believe. Adebola felt his sanity crack. He had destroyed his marriage, divorced the woman he loved, chosen an unborn child over 8 years of devotion, all for a lie. He stumbled to his bedroom, collapsing on the bed, and that was when he caught the news that broke his soul. Fumi's twins had been born. The woman he had called barren was doubly blessed, and here he sat in an empty palace, tasting ash, haunted by his own cruelty. He tried calling her, and no one was disconnected. He tried searching for her, but she was gone completely. The crushing knowledge that he had thrown away real good to chase after fool's good, and ended up with nothing but dust in his hands and sorrows in his heart. A man who throws away treasure to chase after trash will find his hands empty and his heart broken.